Alrighty, everyone, we are back, and it is time for the Final Fantasy XIV Raid Showcase with Varin. Varin, I'm told that there are some really incredible bosses that you're going to slay for us.
Hello, yeah. I'm gonna try to destroy some bosses, and we're gonna have a good time. If you have a favorite boss anywhere from the ARR to Stormblood era, feel free to send in a donation and let me know what's your favorite, and/or post them in chat. We're gonna do some things called unsynced trials and raids. This is just a small collection of things that I think is fun because Osborne said I have an hour and you get me for an hour, so that's what we're gonna do. I do have my my duty fighter settings in here set to unrestricted party. That means that I will join any content I queue into here at my max level, which is 100, and on the role I am, which is dancer. We're gonna start with a really easy one, which I think is really fun. The Minstrel's Ballad, Ultima's Bane. Don't blink, you will absolutely actually miss it.
All right, my eyes are peeled.
So everyone say hi to the Ultima weapon. He's a big baddie. I have defeated Ultima in every iteration that he can come in. And look at that. He's almost already dead. Oh no. What do we do? Oh no, he's dead. All right. Yay! Yay, Ultima! Also, you can start the timer wherever. I'm sorry I didn't give you a countdown. I'm such a bad person. I'm sorry!
No worries, no worries.
I get the floor running. I'm very sorry. So all of these fights here are pretty much going to be the same. It is literally just like you walk in, you smash the boss, and you walk out. But for some really cool ones, we're going to flash back. If any of you have played old Final Fantasy XIV and you remember the coils, they are real. They can, in fact, hurt you, and they will hurt you. But for casual players, you may not have done any of the coils of Bahamut. These are one of the only pieces of content you cannot get in this game just by normal queuing into it. The queue will never pop unless there are 8 people who were simultaneously queuing for it all at the same time, because this content is considered so hard that the devs said, hey, you can't get this in a roulette, so you're not going to do this normally. If you have friends who are going to take you through this content, or you ever want to be taken through this content, hit me up on social media. I love the coils. They're really fun, but they're first-hand to Savage, and the only Savage raids for Realm Reborn are the second coil, Bahamut turn 1 through 4. We're gonna go hit up Nail because women good and hot.
Let's hear it for women.
Let's go, women! Woo! All right, say hi to Nail. Nail Vandaris.
Hi, Nail.
Hi, Nail. So she's really unique in that she has a lot of mechanics we're going to skip, but there is one in particular that we kind of have to respect, which is this one. She puts these boulders above my head, and I need to place them in a circle around the arena. And because I'm the only person inside of this arena, they all are going to drop randomly around. And we're going to have to kill them immediately, because if they all tether together, we die. It's not good. She's going to do this again, but there's going to be more of the rocks this time. Whatever. Come on, there you go. So there's more of them. We're just going to place them in a circle. We're going to keep walking. Then 3 more of these golems are going to spawn, and we're going to kill them ASAP so they do not tether to each other. You're just going to walk in a circle here and hope they tether not to each other. Are you gonna go? Yeah, poggers! We did it. Now we just wait for her to get angry. I know. She's gonna cast Mega Flare. It's supposed to hurt, but I don't think it's gonna hurt. So we're gonna dance for her instead. We're gonna dance for her.
I mean, it sure did look dangerous.
No. It's definitely not. Heaven's Fall. So she dropped a tower here, and there's supposed to be these little pineapple pizza slices, whatever you want to call them. that mechanic carries over into one of my favorite ultimate raids, the Unending Coil of Bahamut, which is what all of these are based off of. Well, the UCOB is based off of all of these raids. But Nail's a little more tricky, where I still kind of have to like respect her mechanics, I guess, in a way. And it's not really one of those kind of like one and done things. You might have several questions, which is, Varin, what the heck is this game? Well, this is an MMO. Final Fantasy 14. Something. Free trial.finalfantasyxiv.com, baby. You can play for free 1 to level 70, award-winning Heaven's Word and Stormblood expansion, etc., etc. You know, all the all the good stuff. Something join Arizona today. There's a lot of flashy stuff on screen. There's a lot of things happening. I'm hitting a bunch of buttons. I'm gonna be real with you. You don't need to know what's going on. You just need to watch and enjoy the content, because we're here for a good time, and honestly, not really a long time. I think a lot of the Realm Reborn trials are very boring, but what I do like to do are some of the other ones, such as the containment bays. We're gonna do, actually, we need to do the extreme version. We're gonna do Containment Bay P1T6 extreme, because again, women hot. Let's go, women.
Many takeaways already from this run. One is let's go women. The other one is respect women and their mechanics.
So true and real.
Freedom just joining us. Welcome into Saving Sarah. This is a mutual aid marathon where we are aiming to help Sarah, aka Doodleplex, a volunteer in the community who we want to make sure can get to a more housing secure location in life. So if you want to help better Sarah's financial situation, make sure to type !donate in chat and get those donations in now. We have a couple of cool things you can put those donations towards. We have a bid war to help us determine the name of the protagonist of Chrono Cross. And we also have a milestone for a custom level. Oh no!
I was not paying attention.
In
I was
Mirror's
listening.
Edge. No, I appreciate it. I'm glad that I can command such attention. Anything that you put towards the protagonist name bid war will also help us on the Mirror's Edge extra custom map milestone. So please make sure to get your donations in for that. We only have until the end of Mirror's Edge right after this run to do that. Now, what was that wind attack? Was that is the goal to just shove you off the level there?
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, come on!
Oh no!
I should have on Avanted.
The devil. I shouldn't have said
I should
anything.
just dash. I don't know why I'm not dashing. This is why I'm doing it on Dancer, so I can dash. I'm just standing here like, oh, maybe I could cheese it. No, I can't. The wind attack is just like her general like default AoE attack. It doesn't do anything in particular. It's the scales is what tosses me off, because in the normal version of this fight, you start with like baby gates. So basically, there's like these gates all around the arena, so she can't actually knock you off. But in the extreme version, you do not start with a baby gate, because it is under the assumption that you know what you're doing. So you would be able to adjust as needed. All right, we're just gonna on-avant this time. What? All right, I'm getting ripped off. I practiced this for like hours yesterday. I'm really mad about this. I'm just gonna stand on that side. I wanted to do it swag. We're just gonna do it safe now. No more swag. We're just gonna do it the right way, the proper way. We're not gonna swag on them. Unfortunate. I did it right like 4 times yesterday, which is messed up. Alright, we're not gonna swag it anymore. That's upsetting. Silly Sophia. Oh, are you? All right. We're out of this one.
No.
We're out of this one. It's okay. It's fine. That's so annoying. I hate this fight. Whatever, it's fine. We move on. We move on with our lives. We do other fun content. Oh, that's the wrong one. That is not the extreme version. I hate the way these things are also listed because they're all like clumped together. There we go. Look at him, he's in color now. Good for him. He earned his stripes, etc, etc. Hello, Zervin. How's it going, bud? He's trapped. We should free him. We should free the homie. We're gonna free the homie.
Fiercely taking notes. Respect women. Free the homie.
Free the homie. I miss when these were the current Unreal Trials in 14, but now the Unreal Trials are the Four Lords, which are still fun, but not as fun as these, honestly. So now he's at 0.1 HP. What do we do with him? What do we do with him? He's going to be free, but what happens now? Also, his transition's really cool, so we're gonna hide my HUD for this one. Look at him descend down! Like, that's so cool! Like,
that is pretty neat.
What a cool dude! He's dead though, because he's stuck in his jail long enough that we can do enough damage that he ascends to the heavens, and then you just tap him and he goes Pachoo, and he falls over. But his transition, really cool. Also, Toph is correct. Skip sword is banned. So true and real. What other would be a good one? Ooh, let's do Thornton. All right. This one's for you, Toph. This one's for you. Salute emoji sending us back to DSR, baby. Hello.
I have some very important news on the bid war that I mentioned for Chrono Cross. We have a $10 donation from Osborne. This donation says, did you know that critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV has a free trial and includes the entirety of A Realm Reborn and the award-winning Heavensward expansion up to level 60 with no restrictions on playtime? Sign up and enjoy Eorzea today. Let's go, women! Oh, and hi, Varin.
Hi.
Can you buy me some Oreos on your way home, TY? Odds less than 3.
Yo, are you in my house? What?
Oh, also, that went towards the bid war to introduce the option Evil Osborne for the name of the protagonist. So if you want to support Evil Osborne or want to propose your own option for that bid war, make sure to donate and select the bid war option.
This man takes forever to make his casts.
Now for these fights, how many of them are intended to be done, say, with a single player?
They're never built or intended that way. What we're doing is we're cheesing them with my current max level because the game offers you an option, which is called unsyncing. So basically you can go in at your current level with whatever your current gear is. They never build these with this in mind, but we're taking advantage, we're taking advantage of the fact that, it happens. And also, there it goes.
Okay.
The servers have been really bad lately. It's been pretty bad. I got kicked while I was practicing Crown of the Immaculate EX earlier. Like, I was just in the middle of the fight and I just got like suddenly kicked from the server and I was like, oh, that's not good. And I was like, I hope it doesn't happen here, but at least I didn't get kicked. It just froze for a very long time. Oh, can you take 3 knights at once? I can take 3 knights at once. In a fight, right? Now we kill all the meteors. Normally, if you're playing with a bunch of people, this is a coordinated effort where people need to hit the correct meteors in a certain order, simply because it just makes it easier as a team to hit them all together. But we're one person and I annihilate them, so we don't have to bother. We're literally just ignoring their mechanics, because these is not women. We don't have to respect their mechanics. There's no women here.
Nope, not.
King Thornton is sexist, and there is no women on the Knights of the Round. Which also, we're fighting Thornton because the church is bad and they won't let us date the dragons, so...
I also only just processed. Are we fighting in space?
Yeah, there's the planet behind us, and there's the Knights of the Round. And now we're drifting above everything. There's like a black hole in the background and stuff. There's a dragon eye. We're gonna position ourselves between the boss and the eye, so when he sends the eye off, if he sends the eye off, I don't think he's going to. There he goes. It wasn't gonna view us, but now you can see we're back. It was all a dream. It was all hallucination. And not that we got a very good look at it, but if you look in here, the backgrounds of here, these are actually some of the pillars and walkways you will see in the coil raids. It's part of a flashback, kind of, in a way. Like, this is like the same kind of area. He's like teleports you here and he's like, I'm gonna fight you, and you're like, this outside of this arena looks really, really familiar. The Ethereal Research Facility also has some of these, like those same markings on the floor, which is again a flashback to all that kind of stuff. Do the coil raids. If you've never done the coil raids, do the coil raids. They're really fun. We're gonna find another piece of content that's really fun. I had like a bigger list of them, and now I'm trying to find them in the list. Those are dungeons. Those are not the right ones. Where is... Oh, there he is. I was like, I wrote Leviathan EX. I forgot it's called Whirl Eater. I completely forgot that it's called Whirl Eater. Hee hee. Silly me.
To make sure I'm getting this right, it's Whirl Eater, not like World Eater.
No, yeah, it's Whirl Eater. Like,
it eats whirls
and creates them, which is really interesting. Yeah, and funny.
So noted.
And we just kill him. But we're gonna go back and do this. We're gonna do this with the mechanics the next time. We're gonna swap to a different class. We're gonna do it with the mechanics this time because it's really fun. He can be instantly defeated, but we don't need to do that. I think the mechanics of Leviathan are really fun. So again, hello to Leviathan. There's a couple of mechanics that are really interesting in this fight. One, you will see this machine behind me. This is a once a mechanic meter kind of thing fills up, this will be interactable, and this will put a shield up in the middle, and no matter what my level is, no matter like how far like my health is, if I do not activate this bubble, I just instantly die. And because we're on a class that will not one-hit KO him, we actually get to see mechanics this time. So we long cast as we get to stare lovingly at Leviathan. So our elemental converter is now on, and there are two different parts of Leviathan. They are normally, they repel two different kinds of attacks. They will repel one will repel magic attacks, one will repel ranged attacks. So if you ever get this in Mentor Roulette, you'll find a lot of sprouts who will just stand there and who will like hit the wrong one and then just die, and then they go, why did I die? And it's like, oh, because you literally hit the wrong and you need to like check their debuffs or whatever. And it's one of the earlier fights that have those kind of mechanics, that are like, you need to pay attention to the debuff on the boss to follow the rules, versus a debuff being assigned to you, which I think is kind of cool. Also, this music bops.
While we're rocking out, reminder that we do have 2 opportunities to help us donate towards cool things that are coming up in the marathon. We do have the Surge name bid war for Chrono Cross. You can decide the protagonist name. Currently, Evil Osborne is in the lead, and we can't let Evil Osborne win. Plus, we have that milestone for Mirror's Edge to play that custom level at the end of the run, and that is going to be benefited by everything that you donate to the marathon. So, as always, exclamation point donate in chat. Help get Sarah back on her feet.
I opened the chest for fun. I just want to know what I was gonna get. Sometimes you see a shiny chest that does things, and you're like, ooh, what'd it do? All right, back.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Back on our track of let's go women. Let's go women.
Let's go women. And respect their mechanics.
Yeah, for the most part.
Maybe not this one. Maybe don't respect this specific woman's mechanics.
Oh no, we didn't have to. All right, that sucks. We're gonna go back. We're gonna do it again. I didn't think I was actually gonna instantly defeat her. All right, we're gonna see her mechanics. We're gonna respect them.
Who's the woman in question here?
Shiva.
Ooh.
And she's even hotter than she was in Final Fantasy VIII. We'll tap her twice, and we'll let her transition.
That's also important. Make sure to let women transition.
Oh, absolutely. No, she does one of my favorite mechanics and things you'll ever see in a game. When you get this, she does this in every version of this trial. So it's always a funny thing that people will do a pose before this happens, and we hope she steps on us. So because I'm the only one in the instance, she doesn't have a choice. She has to. Also, this music's really good. I love Oblivion. It's a very good song. Over my storm, we'll say goodbye. I'm just gonna let Oblivion play. This is a good song. Around me. But she won't have me. Oh god, this song rocks.
Let's rock it out, chat. Bonus sing-along as well.
This song has been remixed several times. Both Return to Oblivion and the Scion on Sinners Return to Oblivion are very, very good. Like, officially remixed for the game. Pretty good. They repurposed this for some of the Eden raids, and then the current ultimate raid for Dawn Trail. Futures Rewritten, which is what the weapon I'm wearing is from. Alright, I don't like this mechanic, so we're not going to deal with it anymore. Goodbye, Shiva. I don't want to deal with sliding on the floor. I don't want to do it. Sorry. I hate that mechanic. I love the music from the Final Fantasy series, and something that's really cool about Final Fantasy 14 is that while there's a lot of original content, there's so much they have liberty with to take and either take characters and content from other games and put them in this game. So like the Eden raids have a lot of music from Final Fantasy VIII. There's a whole Alliance raid series that's all about Final Fantasy Tactics. So if you like Tactics, do the Evil East raids, level 70 content, which you can do with the free trial. Just want to remind everybody with the free trial. freetrial.finalfantasyxiv.com. I just want to remind you about the free trial. you can play today. It's gonna take you all to get to 70, but you can do it. Smile. A really, really, I think, cool piece of content, which I only cleared this because I needed to do it to unlock Mentor Roulette, is Earth's Font. This has Odin, and this is another piece of content that no matter what you queue up for, you will never get this in Trials Roulette. You can only get this randomly through Mentor Roulette. So if you queue Mentor Roulette, you have a 1 in whatever chance of content to get it. I think I've gotten it 3 times I've been through it, and it's actually a really fun fight. But I like Odin because, well, after Final Fantasy V, Final Fantasy VIII is my next favorite Final Fantasy game, so. Which I think is really fun. Hi, Odin. He's so cool.
Thank you for the shout out, Osborne. You're right. We are so close from our next even 100, just $25 away. And after that, it's only another $100 to unlock the custom map for Mirror's Edge after the run. So please, as always, you can get your donations in and help us hit those milestones. While Varin absolutely styles on yet another raid boss. They go hand in hand. Mutual aid donations and styling on Final Fantasy bosses.
So true and real. This boss is actually pretty hard. I'm waiting for him to do his... Okay, there he goes. He's doing his fun mechanics now. There he goes. He's made the floor bleed, which is a really frustrating mechanic. He also summons his sword. Well, I guess it's really a spear. Gungnir. Summons him to the edge of the arena, but there's multiple of them when you play with more people. So you have to coordinate and kill all the spears and then do a lot of damage to him. Honestly, I have never one-shot done this boss in normal content. Also, he leaves his sword behind, which I think is really cool. Like, look how tall this thing is. It's huge. It's massive. Look at this sword. It's huge. I look like a baby compared to it.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
It's huge. Another fun fact about Odin in this game, he is a random world boss you can find, and he spawns what is it, once a week, every 2 weeks, something like that. And basically whoever puts the killing blow on him whenever he's up as a boss, he takes their model the next time he spawns with their name as a title.
That's so cool.
It is really cool. I've never been able to get the final hit on Odin, but I've seen some of my friends be able to do it, and it looks really cool because there's just a shadow version of you sitting on his horse, and it says his name, but it has your name as a subtitle. So right now, there's above my head it says Dead Man's Tale. That's where it'll say your name, and it's what? That's so cool. You just beat me to it, Axis. It's okay. I really do like him as a world boss. He's a lot of fun. Everybody hates this guy because of the music, but I think the music's cool, so we're gonna listen to the music.
And who is the guy in question?
Oh, you're about to find out.
Uh-oh. Oh my god!
It's a giant Moogle, baby! It's good King Muggle.
That's one big Moogle!
Look at him! Look at the bad lad! He's massive!
Wait, he's a Moogle named Moggle?
He's good King
That's
Muggle,
so confusing.
The 12th!
Oh, of course. I'm sorry. How could I be so rude?
We're gonna low tap him because he will absolutely explode. I want him to summon his minions. There they go.
Oh my god.
Good King Bug. There it goes. No! I killed him! No! I wanted the music to play. That sucks. Hold on, I have the music. I don't know if I could I guess if I just attack him once, maybe he won't die. Hold on. I'll just attack him once instead. Maybe if I attack him just once, he won't explode. If we got a Thorn March ultimate, I think I would unsub. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I would want to do it. Okay, maybe he doesn't instantly explode. Okay, he didn't. Cool. The music's so cute!
I'm also taking this rainbow of Moogles.
Yeah, so Or it's like a whole order you're supposed to defeat them in. This again is any of the EXs you've seen so far. You can get any of them in Mentor Realize. So a lot of these I have had to do what we can considered synced or like as normal content. There's like a whole shebang you need to do. I accidentally killed them. Darn. You need to kill them in a certain order because they do different mechanics. Like put that huge wispy thing on the ground. They drop meteors. There's towers that drop. And if you don't kill them in a certain order, there is a white mage and a warrior who will both defend them and heal them. It's like a whole shebang. And I just go in there and I'm just like, good king, buckle. I'm just like bopping to the music, like not paying attention. And I'm just like, yeah, the music's so good. Yeah. Some of these enemies you'll recognize, like Shiva, Leviathan. There's the Battle of Embers, which has Ifrit, Titan, Garuda. We've already done Ultima. And there's also Rama. You'll recognize them from other Final Fantasy franchises. They basically just took them and put their own spin on them. Whether they're considered they're considered like primal gods that people worship in this game, especially the earlier ones for ARR. But as time progresses in the actual story of Final Fantasy XIV, they kind of get twisted and they sometimes get reinvented in later raid series or later trials. I keep referencing the Eden raids, but they are my favorite raid series. Some of the primals are reimagined. You get to refight some of them. Specifically, you get to fight a version of Ifrit and Garuda together, and then there's a version of Rama that's like honestly kind of claps your cheeks until you figure it out, which I think is a lot of fun. Again, I cannot iterate enough. Free trial.FinalFantasyXIV.com. You can play this game. It's free, maybe free 99. It is free up until you decide to buy Shadowbringers, Endwalker, and Dawn Trail and buy a subscription. Play the game. It's so good. It's so good. We're gonna go hit up Old Man Rama. We're gonna be in his yard. He's gonna yell at us, so we're gonna be in his yard.
Sounds good to me. Also, big thank you to this $10 donation from Renee, who says, excited to help a good cause. Thank you, Renee. That is helping us get ever closer to the custom map showcase for Mirror's Edge. We only need now $115 for that milestone, but we do need to get there by the time Mirror's Edge finishes. So make sure to put your donations in. And if you're just joining us, you're tuning in to Saving Sarah, a mutual aid marathon benefiting Doodleplex to help end her housing insecurity. It is running today, Wednesday through Sunday, 5 whole days of mutual aid marathon where you can personally help Doodleplex directly with your donations.
Oscar Spinny.
Is this why? Is he spinning because he's angry that you're in his yard?
Yeah. If he doesn't stop to cast, he will just spin.
That's understandable. It's how I express my anger as well. I just kind of, stand in place and spin in a circle.
Okay, come on, stop casting. The spin. Whee! One more spin, one more spin, one more spin, one more spin. Oh, come on. He doesn't want to spin. So we take him back inside because old man doesn't want to spin for us. Thumbs down, thumbs down. I haven't been opening a lot of these chests. I really only opened the one for Leviathan, but there is mounts that you can get from all the EX raids, and they're all themed towards the fight that you clear. So for the ARR trials, they are horsies. They're horsies based on the element. So there's a fire horsey, there's a wind horsey, there's a water horsey. There's an earth horsey. And the final horsey you get, Kieran, is a gold horsey. They're all horsies. They're really cool.
Well, Uma Musume is different than I remember it.
It's so true. So true and real. I love the horsies. Can you sanity check me on how we're doing on the timer?
Yeah, so we are 32, 37 in.
Okay, that means we can do a couple more fun ones. Oh, what do we want to do? Do we want to do Nidhogg? What do we do? Ravana. Let's do Ravana. Ravana's fun. Hi, Ravana. Look at his swords. They're so cool.
That's General Grievous.
Yeah, but a bug. If he was a bug. If he was like a beetle, like butterfly amalgamation. He's a little chunkier because his level's a little higher, but we're gonna leave him here. We're gonna let him do his mechanics. Look at how cool he is! Like, look at his swords. They go together.
Okay, that is actually pretty cool.
It is, and look, he's got big wings. He's like a. I don't know what that is, but he's a bug. I don't know what kind of bug he is, but he's a bug. 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 He gets angry at me, but that's okay. Do your cool other blade thing, please. Yeah. Let's go. Like, he's a bug. That's a bug. That's a big bug. That's a big bug man.
Silk Song is also different than I remember it.
So true. I should have seen how many bone stacks I could eat. I should have stood in all of it. Wait, I can. Let's go. 2, 3, 4. Ooh, that actually kind of stings a little. It tickles. Are you gonna knock the walls down? I forgot how long he is. I normally just can, like, completely, like, tear him apart, but he takes forever. Oh, there he goes. Look at how cool this is.
Wow, we went from General Grievous to Darth Maul? Oh, Batch of Grievous. Never mind. Now, so far, it seems like the enemies that you're fighting largely can't do anything to at least kill you.
No.
Are there any of these raids that even at your extremely high-leveled form, you are not able to easily survive?
Oh, yeah. So anything that's level 70 or higher, there's a lot more of, like, respecting their mechanics and also respecting what job you bring in. So for... These are all the Heaven's Ward ones, which is, like... Ravana, Sophia, Zervin, they're all level 60. Anything that's level 70 or higher, this is going to be a little bit more hit or miss on respecting the mechanics. The last one we're going to do before we do Crown of the Immaculate, which is going to be the last one, is we're going to do Wreath of Snakes, because this is honestly, I feel like the easiest one for me to do. Probably not checks notes die, but some of these are going to have like a lot of these mechanics that I need to respect. One in particular that I am not confident in being able to do enough damage to skip this part, and sometimes have a little bit of trouble hitting this threshold. It's Pool of Tribute Extreme. So this is Susano. He drops a sword at some point, and you need to like interact with it and intercept it. But there is the actual sword you're hitting in the middle, and if you don't do it, checks notes, you lose. He enrages, you die. So if you don't do damage fast enough, and you don't skip the sword phase, which you can't skip the sword phase, so it is possible, you just don't get to pass go. And since it's such a hit or miss, I try not to do this one super often. I have done it before. It's just not the easiest / consistent, at least not in my findings, because I can push him too hard and get right before that threshold, and basically he instantly warps away. He instantly does the sword phase, and I can't continue to do damage to him. There are other ones like another one I'm skipping is Containment Bay S1T7, which is kind of the same thing. If I don't do damage to Sephiroth fast enough, he has this mechanic where he splits the room in half, and if I'm not on the correct side of the room and soak the correct tower, he can do a bajillion damage to me, and it can actually be more than my health, which I found, which is really annoying.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, so some of them I do kind of have to like... some of them I kind of do have to play it safe for, but we're going to swap to a tank, and I want to do Wreath of Snakes Extreme. The only reason we're going in on a tank on this one is... the only reason we're going to do this on tank is because there is a second tank buster in the second phase that if I'm not fast enough on damage, I can survive it once on a DPS. I cannot survive it a second time on a DPS, but I can on a tank because I have what is called an immunity. I will just rip that immunity and I will take... all of my health and damage, but I will not go past 1. It will not actually kill me. Also, I can't show people my happy place ultimacy because there's not 7 other people in my party. Thank you for asking, Sabo. I love that you say that it's my happy place, but I don't actually really think it's my happy place, but... Hello, Seiryu. Regardless...
You know, I don't know what I was expecting from a Wreath of Snakes, but that's a Wreath of Snakes, all right.
He is, in fact, a Wreath of Snakes. Regardless of if we actually succeed on Seiryu this first time or not, we're probably, depending on the time, we're going to have to swap to Crown of the Immaculate. It's about a 9-minute fight on the roll that I want to do it on, so I kind of have to... I'm kind of forced to schmoove regardless. We kind of spent too much time worshipping women. Which is never
totally fair.
Which is never too much time, to be quite honest with you. I came back in too early. That's fine though. He doesn't really do a lot of damage. We're literally just here for the tank immunity for the second phase. The damage is, again, not really a problem here. We make the boss go spinny.
That does seem to be a trend in these fights.
I do like to make the boss go spinny. I did this during the Palace of the Dead showcase I did for Flame Fatales recently. I made the bosses go spinny.
And is that purely for your own entertainment,
yeah,
or is that
absolutely.
to keep behind them? Okay, it's not because they have any kind of directional mechanic that you're worried about
No.
taking straight on.
No, they just go spinny. It's just fun. It's aesthetic. It's pleasing. Something about the boss going spinny as if you're disrespecting it is really funny.
Oh, for sure. I see we have some new folks joining us. Thank you so much, folks, for tuning in to Saving Sarah, a mutual aid marathon for Doodleplex. If you want to help reduce Sarah's housing insecurity issue right now, you can donate directly to her with the ! Donate command. We still have 2 different incentives that are open at the moment. We have a bid war to determine the name of Surge, the main character in Chrono Cross. Current frontrunner is Evil Osborne, but any option could overtake that if you donate. Also, we do have that milestone for Mirror's Edge where we will add a custom level showcase at the end of the Mirror's Edge run. It's a great 2-for-1. Donate to Sarah in order to pick an option in the bid war and to help along Mirror's Edge. And of course, the third benefit of helping Sarah get back on her feet. Oh, hey, more snakes.
There are, in fact, more snakes. So he is going to summon a big friend.
Is that a big friend that is still yet more snakes? Oh, yes, it is. Okay.
Big water snakes. And the music bangs. This is the current Unreal trial in Final Fantasy XIV. So what they do is they go back and they take old trials and they revamp them into what we call Unreal. So basically they just make them level 100. They just scale them up so they hit a little harder. and they're a lot of fun. They're basically there's like a really cool way to go revisit old content. Especially for people who didn't get to do some of these trials when they were current, when these expansions were new. It's a really fun way to go back and do it and say reuse the current one. He's a lot of fun. So if you like this and you were current in the current expansion Dawn Trail at level 100, you can go do this. You can go do the Unreal with friends. You can't unsync it, but you can do it, and then you can play Fall Hollows, and you can win cool mounts. The mounts are really cool. We're gonna respect this time. Okay, no, we're good. I was like, did I do that too early? I was slightly concerned for a second.
When you're fighting these bosses and you're at the intended level and they're at the intended level, how long does it usually take for a whole party to take them down?
Usually, depending, anywhere from 10 to 14 minutes, depending on how fast they are.
Oh wow! So you're that really puts it in perspective how quickly you are just absolutely destroying these bosses.
Yeah. Ooh, we didn't need our invuln. Let's go, baby. I was kind of scared for the towers exploding going into that. Before, when I've done this in Endwalker, I couldn't do this without being on a tank without my invuln. So at level 90, I couldn't do this before without it. So I was like, I haven't tried this in Dawn Trail yet, so I'm just gonna bring in the old crew for safety. Goodbye, Seiryu. Goodbye. That took me 6 minutes by
Nicely
myself.
Done.
So with a whole party of friends unsynced, you could probably obliterate him in like a minute and some change, and you're forced to sit through that cutscene. But look at him, friend. He's friend shaped. He's so huge.
Singular snake. No longer a wreath, just one.
Just one snake. He's so big. And he's also not the other. I believe he's normally blue or purple color, and he's green here. So I don't know how that works. You know, I guess it must be magic or something. Can I get one more check on our timer, if you don't mind?
Absolutely. We are at 45:37.
Perfect timing. All right, we're gonna do Crown of the Immaculate EX. This used to be one of the hardest fights to solo. I've been practicing it a lot over the past 2 days to make sure that I absolutely can do this. We're gonna start this time now because if I mess up the ad phase, they tether together and I have to start over. So we're gonna start it this early just to give us a little bit of wiggle room, but this fight is about 8.5 to 9 minutes by myself because I'm playing on a healer, and this is one of, I believe, honestly, personally, some of the hardest classes to solo on because they just don't do as much damage as a tank or a DPS. And so the hierarchy always goes DPS, tank, healer for amount of damage you do. But the flip side is that I can heal myself really, really well versus like on a DPS, I normally can't unless I'm playing something like Red Mage that I can literally stand there and cure myself. The downside is if I stand there and cure myself on Red Mage, I can't attack. Whereas on Healer, I can passively heal myself while also still attacking. The goal here is going to be burning Innocence down as fast as possible while respecting going into the ad phase with 3 things. I want to have my 2-minute buff up, which is my Presence of Mind. I want to have used 3 Afflatus Solaces or Afflatus Solaces to give myself an Afflatus Misery, which is a big damage hit for me. It's called a Blood Lily. I also want to go in with a Size, and I also want to have a potion up. I have made myself a bunch of grade 3 gem drops of mind because I'm an unsynced content. This doesn't sync at all, so I basically get the extra 461 mind stat, which my mind stat is my attack, also boosts my healing. But I need these to burn the ads down very quickly because if they tether together, I may or may not burn them down in time before he enrages. His enrage is a bar that will come up in the upper left-hand side of my screen screen, and I forgot what it's called, even though I've been staring at it for the past 2 days. But basically, if it fills up, it goes to 100. He instantly enrages and kills me with a bunch of swords of light. But we don't want to do that. So a couple of things to note, because I'm going to be focusing while I do this, is I need to shield myself. I need to really heal myself, and I also need to make sure I do not take any vuln stacks that I don't need to. I'm going to pretty much be focusing on moving out of mechanics that I don't need to, and also just passively healing myself as much as possible. Once he does the tank buster on me, it's going to do a lot of damage. You're going to see my health get relatively low, and you'll be like, oh noes, it'll totally be fine. I'm going to heal myself and I'll get through it. But as a reminder for our tech crew behind the scenes, time will be when Innocence dies. I will call out for it, but if I do die before this, I will reset, and then if I don't finish it in time, I'll just call for time anyway. But with all of the fluffy things out of the way, we're just big chill until the end. So if you have any comments that you would like to tell me through donations, you can do so now, so my lovely host has something to read while I just mash buttons for the next 9 minutes.
Please do, as always, ! Donate in chat to donate directly to helping Sarah out. Good luck, Varin. Can we also get some good lucks in chat? That's 9 minutes of locking in, which is approximately 6 more minutes than any of the other bosses took, so you know that it's going to be scary.
Yeah, this guy is level 80, so he hits like a truck.
Chat believes in you, as do I, to be clear. It's not just chat.
I love that for me. We'll do it. It might be a long climb, but we'll do it.
And thank you everyone here watching for the Saving Sarah Marathon. We are here supporting Doodleplex with this mutual aid event. It's running from today, Wednesday, October 1st, through to Sunday, October 5th. That's 5 whole days of mutual aid marathon. Sarah is currently facing some housing insecurity due to some difficult family members and a difficult relationship situation, and needs our help to get back on her feet. Every single donation is going directly to helping Sarah secure housing and financial stability for the future. She's a fantastic member of the volunteer community who helps out all kinds of folks. So we are trying to turn the tables here and help her out. Again, all donations are going directly to Sarah. We also have loads of incredible games coming up just today, to say nothing of all the rest of the marathon that we have planned. After this raid showcase, we're going to be going over to a Mirror's Edge any % run from Black Belt Jinja Ninja, and if you can help us hit that milestone of $800, we'll also get a custom level. Not only that, but coming up after that, we have a bonus game in Lies of P. So make sure that we can get both that custom map and that bonus game with your donations. That will be so cool to see. Following that, we will have Control, run by Ashley930BTW, an all bosses run. I was actually helping host for that at the most recent GDQ, and that is a super, super cool run by a very cool runner. So make sure to check out Control. And the final run of the evening is going to be Chrono Cross. There's a bid war open for that right now, where you can help decide what the name is of Sanjan's player character. The frontrunner remains Evil Osmorn, thanks to the machinations of Osmorn himself. So if you don't want the pro tag to be named Evil Osmorn, you really ought to donate and suggest an alternative.
Come on, dude. Thank you.
And how fittingly, we have a $25 donation from Colonel Fats saying, happy to help, less than 3. Thank you so much. And that is also, let me take a quick look here, attached to, I believe, to the bid war. Let me double check that.
That was first shot on the ads. Holy moly. It's smooth coasting from here. It's literally just smooth coasting. There's not a lot more going on, to be quite honest with you. It is just respect to the mechanics. These orbs are going to come up around the arena. I need to make sure that any AoEs that hit me, whether they be a large AoE on my person, they be a line cleave, I do actually need to aim later, or I'm not standing next to the orbs when they explode from the raid wide. Are pretty much the only things I need to respect now, other than don't get clipped by the line swords that you saw me drop earlier, and there's going to be a lot more of them now. And you're going to notice that there's 3 of these things that are teleporting on the ground, and they have holes between them. You're intended to stand between them and make sure you don't get clipped by them, yada yada, but honestly, snooze fest, you just don't have to do anything. You literally can just like stand on the other side of them, it's fine. This one is, he's just going to cleave the center of the arena, and it is what we call proximity damage. The closer you are to him in the center, the more damage it does, but we just stand on the edge. And you'll also see these really beautiful, you're going to see these really beautiful rainbow butterflies all around the arena. This arena is really cool, actually. Like, it's just a really cool fight, honestly.
Yeah, and the environment, even statically, is just gorgeous.
Oh yeah, this story is super messed up. Like Shadowbringers is my favorite expansion, but it's also really messed up. But like everything inside of here is really cool, and a lot of them are just like, they took a lot of care when they made these arenas, and when they made these environments that they're gonna see here and there. If you play through the game and buy Shadowbringers and go through Shadowbringers great. You can start with the free trial at freetrial.xIV.com.
Okay, I do have confirmation of an update on the bid war for the protagonist of Chrono Cross. Geppetto is now in the lead with 25, 15 ahead of Evil Osborne at 10. That said, it's still anyone's game. If you want to make Evil Osborne a reality or submit your own suggestion, you can do so with !donate in chat.
You should let Evil Osborne win. Osborne is evil. This man came to me and was like, hey, do you want to do a speedrun that takes you 8 to 10 hours of prep per save file to do for this event? And I was like, no, but I can give you anything else. He didn't know when he asked me, but it was really funny because he was like, do you want to do this? I was like, no, I don't. Thank you. For reference, the other big speedrun piece of content I do is Deep Dungeon speedruns, and they are a lot of prep. All the interesting floors are anywhere from 8 to 10, sometimes 12 hours, depending on what floor set I decide to do. So he was like, hey, do you want to help? And like, he was like, hey, do you want to help and like do this speed run for this thing? And I was like, hey, that takes me a really long time to do. Can I do literally anything else? He's like, yeah. And I was like, all right, cool. He's like, I'll give you an hour. And I was like, yay. So here we are.
And in that hour, we have done some fantastic fundraising. Thank you, everyone, for your support of Doodleplex.
So true and so real.
An hour and counting. We do still have to slay this boss.
We do. He's coming up close at the end, actually. He's at 9%. I know it's a little hard to see because my bar down here at the bottom is a really abnormal blue color. But ooh, that did not feel good.
These patterns are terrifying, by the way.
Yeah, they are. They're not fun. Which is why we play them on healer and not a DPS. Because otherwise, they would hurt a lot more. I don't know why I hit that button. It does damage. I don't know why I didn't just save it for hitting the boss, but you know. We can't win them all. Simon will come up soon. He's at 1%, 1.2. One, this last hit, and time. That took me a little longer than it normally does. That was
GG.
11:04. That was a little longer than I normally do. I've been getting like 8.5-minute PBs, but I did kind of get a damage down, so that kind of makes me do less damage. But this Final Fantasy 14, a random raid showcase of things that I thought were cool and fun and interesting because Osborne said you have an hour, do something with it. Please continue to watch the rest of this event. As someone who has also benefited from generosity in this community during really tough times, leaving abusive situations, being here means a lot to me, honestly, personally. And also the fact that Osborne is one of my best friends in the speedrunning community, and I've watched him learn and grow both as a speedrunner and as an organizer. So now I get to say my sappy words. How does it feel, Osborne? How does it feel to be on the receiving end of said sappy words for once? Anyway, thank you for having me. Enjoy the rest of your event, and if you're volunteering behind the scenes, I will see you through the rest of the week.
Thank you so much, Varin. We will be coming back with that Mirror's Edge run very, very soon. Stay tuned. For anyone just joining us, you're watching Saving Sarah, a mutual aid marathon helping friend of the community and volunteer extraordinaire Doodleplex to end her housing insecurity and get her to a better financial place in life. You can type !donate in chat to help Sarah directly. You can also type !schedule to bring up the rundown of everything we're playing now and over the next 4 days after this one. It is a big marathon, and it's all going towards a fantastic cause of helping out Doodleplex. I understand, I totally get it. Sometimes you don't know what your donation should go towards. Well, may I present the option of the bid war for the name of the protagonist for Sanjan's Chrono Cross run coming up at the end of our slate today. Right now, we have Geppetto in the lead with $25, but Evil Osborne, yes, you heard it right, Evil Osborne is only $15 behind. You could also submit your own suggestion for a name, if you would like. And since our Mirror's Edge custom level showcase is a milestone, it means that every donation that you put in towards anything, including the bid war, is also helping to hit the milestone. It is a fantastic 2-for-1 deal that you, yes you, can participate in. Our slate for the remainder of the evening, we just wrapped up the Final Fantasy XIV Raid Showcase with Varin. Shout out to Varin. Coming up soon, we have a Mirror's Edge any percent run by Black Belt Jinja Ninja, a preeminent Mirror's Edge runner. Again, if you help us hit that $800 milestone that we are not very far from, we can also get a custom map showcase at the end of that. Afterwards, there is a bonus game slated, that is Lies of P, run by Colonel Fats. That is a bonus game, which means we do need more donations to hit it, so be sure to do your part. That will be followed by a Control All Bosses run featuring Ashley930 BTW. Extremely cool game, extremely cool run. You will not want to miss that as well. And tonight will be capped off by Sanjan's Chrono Cross run. If you want to make sure that we know what that protagonist will be called, you have to donate. Otherwise, we'll be held in suspense till the end of time, or at least until that run occurs. A huge shout out to everyone who has donated so far in the event. It is going towards a fantastic cause. Housing insecurity is a very broad problem in the US, and the barriers to secure housing are even greater for women and people in controlling domestic situations like Sarah. According to Lotus House, 63% of all people working minimum wage in America were women, and women earn less than men in all fields. Additionally, a large contributing problem to women's housing insecurity are domestic relationships, with 57% of unhoused women reporting that domestic violence was the direct reason for their hardship. These risk factors make it even more important to support women facing housing hardship in their lives, and is a large part of why we're here supporting Sarah today. There's so many familiar faces here in chat and behind the scenes helping us to make this stream work. Sometimes we're working at huge scales, and sometimes we want to come and help specific people, and it's so appreciated when folks like you are helping out with that as well. In challenging times, it only underscores the importance of being able to directly support your friends and community members.